Nap time.
Nap time at the
Zanzibar
tower.
can wait, you know?
The nap of Zanzibar!
Well, we have to wait a little. Oh, I guess we don't. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, you know,
So do you have like a cool desert for us?
cool desert for you?
Yeah.
Is that cool enough desert for you?
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
It's so diagonal.
It's so diagonally.
Diagonal.
This is the desert of Triogenes.
I don't think I've said the word diagonal in years. I always say diagonales now.
Yeah, that's what you should be doing.
Panak, where are you?
Yeah, Panak. Panak is gone.
Also, the sensor's invisible, and you have to have true sight to see it. So,
Nice.
Yeah, you could be on that map. There you
Whoa.
go. And a couple
that's
of...
what sound-
ho.
That's Jade laughing that Samson's gonna die.
No.
Yeah, woo! Samson death!
Woo. Goodbye, Samson.
Bye, Samson. I will agree to allowing Samson to die, if it is of old age.
Oh, cool. So we're gonna step in Zanzibar's tower, and he's just gonna age and wither into dust.
The rest of us.
No, just Samson.
She makes it, but she's like 100 years old, and we're just. Why? Hello.
Why, hello there!
Yeah.
I require porridge! Porridge. So anyway, last time what happened? There was Panak. Panak was born. Helen and Samson had a massive argument about how much or how little Samson would die.
I'm trying for full death, but I can't get it.
You know, as much as you say I don't want Noon to kill old Samson with her stupid exploding bullshit, you seem to be very keen on ending this character yourself.
Well, yeah, I don't leave things up to fate.
So instead, you're gonna leave poor Dahlia just to fend for herself.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Later, bitch.
yeah,
Later,
so
bitch.
Rhino was sick of our shit, and he went to bed.
Yeah, Rhino got sick at Golem Rancher Samson.
Rhino
And
had
to go take a
enough
nappy.
of this fucking crazy bullshit children doing the crazy shit, being crazy.
Like, these
I
children
am
are
going
always
to-
minutes away from death.
I am going
How?
to take out 2 ration tags and slap them on those golem cores I have left over.
The tiny little ones?
Yeah,
Well, first you gotta wake up.
but what?
I feel like that's implied by the fact that he's doing things.
Yeah,
Oh.
Unless we have to roll to wake up because we're under
Also,
another
did we
sleeping
ever-
spell.
Because I thought
We
we left
ended
it off,
off
like,
with-
are they even big enough to put ration tags on?
I don't know. You know the exact measurements of these ration tags.
I don't think they're big enough to put the ration tags on.
Can I slap a ration tag, like a single tag on both of them?
I'm thinking. No. I
Also-
literally couldn't come up with a decision, so I left it to a coin toss. I'm gonna say that they're just a little too small and a little too round for the tag to fit properly. Because the whole thing has to be stuck on. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And it can't,
Yes.
like, be crumpled around itself like a napkin. It's gotta sit. Because it's like a
So
talisman or a
that
seal.
means
And if talismans
You-
or seals are either fucked up or broken, they fail.
Okay.
Seems to be the general consensus of how talismans typically work. If they get bored or crinkled in any way, they stop working.
Thinking.
Because these aren't big. I think I said like they were 2-inch diameter, and a tag itself would be like, I know everybody's hands are different, but it'd be like from the tips of your fingers to your wrist and about that long across, or about your hands width wide. So these things are very fucking small to be wrapping the tag around. Which just makes Pinnock even cuter because he's literally just like a core with tiny arms.
He's just like a super ball with little sand arms.
that reminds
Bouncing
me of that George
around the
Lopez
desert.
episode.
What'd you say, Shade?
That
Shit.
reminds me of that George Lopez episode where George bought his kid a Super Ball, and they got to bounce it once, and it didn't come back down, so they left. And they were like, "Wow, that was worth $50."
Yeah. So, other questions?
Okay, I think I have an idea.
All right.
Hit me.
I want to keep them in the same spot that I have my my atom ammo in.
Just like dunk them in there.
You just dunk them in there.
Yeah, that would work. Just nestle them in the atom.
Yeah, basically. Well, I don't know if the cartridges are made out of atom as well.
But, you know, you're banking on the fact that there should
That
be
there's
enough atom tips exposed that...
Bingo.
Yeah, no, that works.
Podgers.
So you're just gonna wake up normal time?
Yeah.
People got shit to do. We can't
And-
sleep in.
Yeah, no, you wake up and Rhino is already sitting there kind of just talking to more friendly Zorn. Just having a, you know, normal conversation, not loud enough to wake anybody up.
How is Nim supposed to continue her passive lessons?
You don't, forehead.
Wreck.
It's too early in the morning to take notes.
It's too early in the morning to take notes.
Yeah.
Zorn at 7 a.m. Man.
Yeah. Nim hasn't been awake like 45 seconds, and she's already not hearing Tom, and it's too early for that kind of shizzle.
So Samson gets up. You throw the cores in. What else? Anything else you want to do?
Nah, besides that, I assume we're just still sweltering from,
Yeah.
Eat.
Some temperature.
The only reason why
Yeah.
you're not trying to kill yourself is because it's you in your close environment is damp and muggy.
it's damp and muggy, and I have some form of relief with armor.
Yes, minimal.
Nim, when she wakes up, casts prestidigitation on herself and Kiala. I cast prestidigitation on Nim and Kiala.
Yeah, no, you do that.
Yeah. Take my job as the air conditioning very seriously.
I feel like Nim's just gonna be the first person to invent AC.
She could.
I mean, technically, that ice gem was the first AC.
Yeah. Somebody ate my seed.
Don't you just hate it when people come in
And eat your,
and eat your
armor class.
Oh my god, please don't let someone eat Nim.
I mean, those cactus sounded like they were gonna make a reappearance.
Yeah.
If they do, please, again, don't let them eat Nim.
Go eat Nim.
You know,
New
it seems
army.
to work out really well when we gave
An army.
the last things that we're asking to eat something of ours. It seems
It's
to be
true.
working
We did
well.
get a free pass.
Again, they probably have wild magic, and that means they walk up to you and potentially accidentally fireball.
Well, Samson was already looking for ways to die, so.
He's got the anti-magic armor.
If Rhino gets caught up by Nim's magical fireball and survives, which I assume he will, will he just
should.
kill Nim?
Jeez, that'd be rude.
I mean,
He doesn't need to. Nim would probably die.
yeah, aren't we under the assumption that Nim's is already going to be dead by her own fireball?
No.
Okay, so let me
Again,
tell
it
you.
could do 8 damage.
The
It
probability is
Well,
low.
Shay seems to roll quite well on her Arcana, so I
And Shay
have
also
faith.
seems to roll quite bad when rolling multiple dice for damage.
You know what? You're right. We don't have to say it. Hold on 1 second.
Sure I do.
The downside of rolling well is Shay's character always gets hurt.
Is also rolling poorly.
I'm sorry that I'm so whatever.
Yeah, me too.
You'll get over it, Mom.
Aw,
Enough of this conversation to not matter.
go for it.
They're recording this, by the way.
Hi, Shay's mom.
Photo says hi. Hi. She says
Shay's
hi.
mom, sing us a song.
Yeah.
No. See, that's where I mute.
Spin us a yarn of the greater days.
I thought you guys liked me.
Sing
We
us
do.
a song,
We do, we
a
just also
song
like your
of the
mom.
sea.
Yeah, your mom's cool.
Yeah, your mom's like you, but she's a mom.
Mom, she-
Tell us that time you beat up all those ninjas.
I thought you were gonna say
Tragically,
something
Shay has
else, and I'm just gonna.
Homie, come on now.
I thought you
Come
were
on
gonna
now.
say something else.
No.
I got so
Alright,
No,
I'm back.
I'm not you.
scared.
I don't do that on recording.
Shut up! Hate you.
We're having a fight again.
Guys, stop. It's on a recording. And more importantly,
Don't
Yellow, what
you
are you
know
doing?
that best friends fighting on recording is the greatest? Look at Game
No, it's
Grumps!
anyway, moving on.
Boo.
Moving on. Yala, what are you up to?
I don't know, something with weapons.
So, Nim sees that Mr. Rhino is busy. And
Yeah, he's literally just drinking his morning brew with a bunch of Zorn as they follow along the side of Lily.
I was hoping the Zord are chilling on Lily.
Well, I think there's like 2 hanging off the side, kind of chatting with him, taking their time. And then there's like
That cool.
3 or 4 more off the side. Yeah, no, he's just having breakfast with Zorn. Breakfast at Zanzibar's.
Ugh.
Nim is gonna
You don't like that
go
song?
over to Samson and
Or do you
tug
not
on
like
his
the
cloak.
movie?
I don't like Zanzibar.
Oh, yeah, right.
He's a weirdo.
You haven't even met him yet. I thought you were talking about the
Yeah,
place.
we have. Just indirectly. We saw him,
Yala,
remember?
it's the place.
You telemarketed him and he acted angry. Or at least
we saw him
disgruntled.
through a window when he was stalking the group at Granny's aunt.
You saw his hand!
He was being
Also,
creepy
Nim has
first.
met him. She talked to him in a store, and so did Yala.
Yes, I'm sure that... I can assure you that he is not a clone of Granny's aunt.
I mean, he might as well be.
Yeah. But anyway, Nim is gonna walk over to Sammy Sam and pull on his cloak
Just like
gently,
a small
not like
child.
trying to choke this guy.
Fucking choke him out in the morning like, good morning, bitch! And there's
Good
our
morning.
non-monetized demonetization for the session.
Good morning.
Morning.
Don't punch him.
You're not dying!
Oh yeah, cause
I
Nim's
parry.
+1 to strength is gonna do something. It's not
Yeah,
even
it'll do
+1,
2
that's
damage if it hits.
More than enough to kill anything that moves.
Nim's like, can I talk to you for a minute?
You are.
Oh, I suppose I am. So, if you don't catch on for once, Nim is at a loss for words.
Broke Nim.
So, I assume that this happens where it's like, can I talk to you? You are. And that's the only thing that, like, gets said for a while, and Samson's like, what the hell's going on with him?
She's just
So
having
I-
like a brain
Error
blast.
before thought, not
Yeah, so
thought.
I think... yeah, I assume that Samson will take notice. Just, you got something on your mind there?
How do you express your emotions?
With
I'm
words
joking, Nim
usually,
does not say
or
that.
actions.
What Nim
You
actually
You bury
said.
them deep
Sometimes
inside until
music.
you die.
No, so I was trying to look up how to express your feelings, and I very quickly ended up on a website for how does a child express their feelings?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's
Oh.
perfect. That's very applicable for this.
Also,
Oh,
the articles were
the
terrible. They didn't
internet
help at all.
hurts me.
All right,
How
so
does my child
um,
express their spirituality?
so Nim's gonna take a second again, like she just didn't have a few seconds, and she's gonna be like, "So, I wanted to ask about today,
Mm-hmm.
and I know you wanted
I'm smart. I
you
forgot
well,
to-
you guys wanted me to stay on the bug, but I was hoping that I could potentially talk to Celeste as well.
There we go. Now the track's repeating.
Samson's gonna look at Nim for a sec. Bamboozled, actually.
You can express yourself. You're growing up so fast.
How did you
Are
get
you-
the expertise in emotion?
No.
Just looks at Nim. Are you emoting?
What?
Anyway, Samson's just gonna ponder this. It's like, I don't know, Nim. And I'm not trying to shoot down your request, but I honestly don't know. We still don't know if that's actually them. And on the chance that it's not, I don't want you getting wrapped up into it.
Yes, because getting wrapped up in the Zanzibar was not complicated for everybody. But then we'll think for a second. And then she'll go, I have a spell that could let me and Yala listen in. Could we do that?
Like from afar?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's up to me, is it?
It's either
on
that
you.
or I could go in
You
your
don't
head.
know that.
It's either that
could've
or I'm
said there-
in your head.
You could have said that there was a spell that drew your name on Jupiter, and I would have been like, yeah, cool, do that, I guess.
What's a Jupiter?
What the hell is Jupiter?
Well, Nim says, well, you have to just, like... I'm trying to think of how to explain it to someone, like, you have to hold this invisible object, but also make sure it doesn't touch your anti-magic armor.
I mean, that should be fine. My hands and pockets are free.
It look really stupid if you're holding something that's not showing. But yeah, so then we'll go, yeah, so you could just, like, put it in your pocket, maybe?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's no problem.
How big is this thing? Because it does not specify how big it is. I'm gonna say it's the size of a pet rock.
Is it invisible?
Yes.
Samson puts it in his hat.
See, I thought about that, but I don't want it to be, like, really muffled by his hair and the hat.
His hat has holes in it. It'll be
Oh, yeah,
less
you're right.
muffled than than if it was in his pocket.
Okay, so Nim's not gonna cast the spell now. We're gonna cast it when we're sooner. This shit lasts for 10 minutes. But as you know...
Invisible magic rock in your pocket, or are you just having a rumor?
That is a rock. What the heck?
It's also invisible, though.
Is that a rock in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
So, yeah. Nim kind of doesn't know where to go in this conversation from here.
You actually just reminded me of something. And Samson is going to take out some of his regular bullets
And eat them.
and stow about 6 of them in each sleeve.
You can.
Why are you doing
use the
that?
magic.
Well, if they seem to be suspicious of me, I'll pretend like I'm unloading my guns right in front of them.
How often have you had to do that you can do that?
Oh, you know, you pick up a few things.
That makes it sound like you've done it a lot.
Listen, I'm not the one who has to answer questions today.
Did you say I'm not the one asking Santa the questions today?
No,
No!
nowhere near. Not even remotely. Not even in the shortest, wildest dream.
What did you actually say? Because I heard
I'm not
Santa.
the one who has to answer questions today.
Okay.
Santa.
I'm Santa.
Okay,
Yeehaw!
So I've been thinking we need him to have like a code word to like call us in just in case he thinks something bad's gonna go down. That word is now Santa.
Oh,
He has to naturally work it into a conversation to tip us off.
have you guys ever heard of Santa? What? Yeah, but someone's got to tell him this. Nim wouldn't think of that.
I want to talk.
You can.
I talked last session.
But you can.
No
There's
talk.
not a limit.
Kala, stay back there.
Okay.
That's so rude. Let's see. Let me double check then.
Alright, so
Alright.
yeah, Samson will do that, and then he'll actually go and try to make it, like, try to do it. Like, pull out his revolver, open up the barrel, and then, like, try to sleight of hand the bullets in, like, the dummy bullets into his hand, and close it up.
Alright, are you gonna...
I'm going to say that I succeeded because I was not told to roll. Yeehaw.
Woohoo!
Yeah, what were you doing? I'm sorry, I didn't realize that was a question for me.
It wasn't a question. It was just me saying that I'm going to practice this little sleight of hand trickery that I'm doing.
Which is what?
Samson has some of his regular bullets in, like, up his sleeve, and he's gonna try to, make a show of him opening up his gun, taking out the fake bullets, and then, closing the gun up.
So, just...
So it looks like he's emptying his gun, but he's not.
So, what are the fake bullets? Or are they just
The fake
bullets that you're pulling in and then emptying the gun out? While still having bullets on you? Up your
No, I guess you missed the part where I said that I pull out some of my regular bullets and hide them up my sleeve.
Yes.
Because his guns have the anti-magic bullets.
So you've got anti-magic... no, regular non-anti-magic up your sleeve.
Yes.
And you're going to pretend to unload the gun, which is going
But
to require
instead,
some kind of stand-in.
Yeah, but, well, I mean, if I just do it from an angle, if you point the gun upward and you pop the chamber out, all the bullets aren't just gonna fall out of place.
Do they not? I thought they did.
If
I
you
don't
got a
think so.
shitty gun, yeah.
Revolver.
I defer to Jade because she understands firearms better than I think all of us combined.
Yeah, revolvers you usually have to kind of nudge him out.
Yeah.
And you're banking on both of them not being smart enough, which they probably
know.
wouldn't be.
I feel
Yeah.
like neither of them knows enough. Like, they might be smart, but not like gun.
Yeah, they're not smart in this sense, so
Well,
that's why
yeah,
he
it's
thinks
not
it'll
that I'm
work.
calling them dumb. It's that
But-
me,
Yeah,
I think Shay and Ed all didn't have the definitive answer on whether or not that would actually work or if they're going to pull them out
I
and fall
did.
out. Well, I'm saying that given that they don't have gun expertise and we didn't have gun expertise and some people came to the same conclusion that you think they would, I'm going to say that the logic is sound.
Yeah, I've seen people sleight of hand less probable things.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like in real life.
yeah. Me too.
I have been to a magic show.
Magic shows are awesome.
Heck yeah. Anyways.
So, Samson, does that, practices as a routine, tries to make it look believable.
We should probably also test out the they can't actually see us from 60 feet thing.
There's no way to test that out without potentially having an encounter.
Can you see us?
No!
I mean,
Oh, but I can quite actually just distance spell detect thoughts to read Samson's mind from 60 feet away.
Well, you
Which
can
is how
just give
far
me
away-
the rock, and I can just tell you if I see you in it.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can, but I can't reply.
You don't need to reply.
If I need to reply, I can reply. Is my entire point here.
well, you can
you-
you can reply anyways, right? You can just talk into people's heads.
Can't you?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Can't you just telekinosis into his head?
I don't know if that has a distance. Yeah, it's within 60 feet. Sweet.
Ah, perfect. See, 60 feet was a great idea.
Nah, I'm still thinking like 200.
Shut up.
I
You
see.
already got most of your plan out.
I am not stretching the map any farther than I've already had. It is a lot of work, so you're gonna deal with what you got.
I'm thinking
So-
about like 500 feet. Anyway. So,
Yeah, you're gonna deal with that, and that's like anywhere near 500. Anyhow, so you're practicing your thing.
mhm.
Rhino's eating or drinking his morning breakfast, and Nim's talking to you about feelings, and you're practicing guns. Where were we exactly?
The last thing that happened was
Location-wise,
gunfight.
or
The last thing that happened was Samson testing out his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess someone brought up if we should test to see if they're actually like out of sight at 60 feet.
yeah, if we quote unquote look like a mirage as Samson is basing his entire
Yeah.
thing on.
Well, you're all gonna be 60 feet away
They're gonna be 60 feet away.
from all of you, or
From all of I.
Yeah, there's Group A and Group B. Group A is Rhino, Hyella, and Nim. Group B is Samson and the
Okay.
two we're chasing.
Oh, Samson and the targets. Group B is Samson.
Yeah.
And there's a 60-foot difference.
Alive
Yeah.
Samson. If he gets further away, I'm shooting him.
Haha! And you could do that! Bows go very far!
Mm-hmm.
Yes, very.
So don't try
Longbow.
anything.
Longbows apparently go 200 yards. That's a lot longer in feet. Well, it's the same
Yeah,
distance.
it's
in
almost like
feet.
3 times longer.
Yeah. It's in actuality the same distance, but the number is much bigger in feet.
Yeah, it's almost like it's 3 times bigger.
Yeah. I think it's written as 150, 600.
Yeah, I was curious, but I never actually got around to thinking to ask, what is the in-game range for your bow? Because it really should be
600.
okay, 150 to guarantee, and then 600 max range. Okay.
Yeah, it's that 150 is regular, and that 600 is a disadvantage.
So
Yeah,
one
600 is a crazy distance.
Well, yeah, but you're also a cat that can cast magic.
Yeah, and
True. And just to refresh my memory, the next square, which would be labeled as 155 to 600 is that
Completely
disadvantage?
out of range. Well, oh, yeah, 155 to 600 is a disadvantage.
Yeah.
And then outside 600, completely misses.
hopefully I
you
never
you
have
don't
to
even make
shoot
the roll.
anything.
This is an important thing that will help us later. Will help me later.
This is an important tool for later.
Great! I'm so excited. We're all gonna die.
Why
Nah,
do you
just
guys
sense it.
always think, Eddie, you have instilled this distrust in them from whatever you do in your campaign.
My man, you have instilled enough distrust of your own.
Yeah.
I have done nothing but give you good things.
Like
two
trauma
members killed a
and an
person.
entire island against us, and betrayal.
Yeah.
Not an entire island. A single village of people that really didn't like you for a certain amount of time until your previous ally talked them down into just not liking you. It went from wanting to see you dead to being like, well, yeah.
I guess we could see them alive.
Not
Like to see
in
them
that
dead, too.
context, but close enough that I will say yes. Like, fucking rest of Zanzibar doesn't even know what happened yet. And by the time they do, it'll be the same thing. It's like, oh, well, this situation seems to be cleaning itself up.
Yeah.
But life goes on, so. No, you are not vigilantes or fugitives.
We still want to kill their gods.
No, you want to kill their god.
Okay, fine.
Anywho, some Methuselah. Who do what now? Is Shala still asleep?
No, she probably got up and is just like sharpening arrow tips or her sword or something. Weapon things. Weapon maintenance.
Fair enough. I'll just move everybody here because I feel like you may want to do that.
Oh boy.
Everything is bad. I could do this too. Big yellow.
Oh, damn it.
Damn
I
it!
thought I could grow like Panat can.
Aw.
I am Big Yala now. Yeah, that
Stall.
seems to make more
As
sense.
opposed-
Okay, there you go.
As opposed to small Yala, which is still over 6 feet tall.
Yeah. Small.
Just wait for Big Rhino.
Oh
Big,
no.
big Rhino energy.
Alright. So...
Was there anything more to what Nim was saying to Samson, or did it just end of, oh, you're going to dump out your gun? Cool.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
Nim has no idea how to continue the conversation.
And Samson's like, "Hey, you reminded me. I have to do gun tricks."
Yeah, we should probably test out lots of
Yeah,
things.
roll my own performance to see how talent you are at this, just to start off with.
I thought it'd be a sleight of hand. I can do that.
Now, I mean, it could be a sleight of hand, but you described it like it was prudent.
Well, no, I'm not making like a show of it. Not like come one and come all for the amazing Samson.
Alright. Well, then, yeah, roll a sleight of hand then.
Yeehaw! Oh!
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
You you did so well on your first attempt that you actually had to recheck your own gun to make sure that the bullets weren't out, and then you had to count the bullets that you dropped on the ground to double check that none of the bullets that were supposed to be in the gun fell out.
You just
Damn,
did
I'm
so
good at
well,
this.
you found an extra bullet?
No! Nice try.
I like how even if that had been at disadvantage, it would have been a 20.
Yeah. See, we're gonna get to that point where Samson just reloads like Mista and just like tips his hat and bullets just fall into the gun.
So yeah, you're all doing this, and the Zorn leave. Rhino takes
Later.
the last sip of his morning brew. Looks at all of you. The Rhino would
Man.
like to greet you with pleasant mornings.
Morning.
Good morning.
Man, those Zorn are cool.
Yes, and the Rhino brings good news. As
Oh, that's a
predicted,
start.
our targets decided to eat their rides rather than starve to death.
Usually a smart move,
It's not a good...
I hope.
Not a good outcome for the birds.
Yeah. Well,
What?
Kevin was an asshole anyway, but what about the other bird?
Nobody's. Wait, who was an asshole?
Kevin!
Nobody
bird
said that
that
Kevin
packed
got
me.
stolen.
Oh, well.
Oh, I thought
he's
you
still an
did.
asshole.
This entire time, I
No.
assumed that
No.
Prin was riding Kevin,
Nope.
because that seems like a Prin thing to do.
I ride the bird that pecks at Samson.
I feel like Prin riding the bird that pecks at Samson would result in Prin getting his eyes gouged out. Because he's shown to be even less capable of dealing with animals than Samson. I don't
True.
think a giant bird that could kick your fucking ribcage in and out of your body would take very kindly to move, stupid beast.
So
Move.
did he like?
Move.
So what happened? Did he like take an ostrich of the red scale or something?
Yeah.
We'll say it for plot context. He did choose the reddest of the birds.
Did
Just because that's quite funny.
Mm-hmm. And now it's the deadest of the bird.
The deadest bird of the red feather.
Red Dead Redemption.
Red Dead breakfast.
So Rhino kind of like leans out to look at the sun. Judging by the position of the sun, the Rhino can conclude that based on the information given, we have roughly 4 hours before intercept. It is good to see that you are already preparing your weapons.
Weapons.
Ellen just kind of looks over and then goes back to what she's doing. I suppose we should probably test a few things out.
Like what?
Well, I'm skeptical of the claim that we'll just appear as a mirage, even with magic.
That is true. I guess I should check.
Yellen nods and just kind of looks at him like she's expecting him to just go 60 feet away.
Well, yeah, he is in fact. He's gonna do that thing where he, where he'll strap the flat throwing knives onto his shoes and start walking on the sand.
Shouldn't Yella check that the cloth on her feet won't like not burn in the sand?
I mean, I assume it's not that flammable.
Fair enough.
Also, if she catches fire, she'd probably just keep fighting.
I mean, it's not going to be comfy, but you're also not in the elemental plane of fire, so it's not like you're going to step down and burst into flames.
Man, Sarah wants you to be different.
It's oppressive.
Well,
it's
you're gonna have to wait.
But anyway,
I have the rock!
as Samson goes to get off, Rhino will pass you his decanter, just look at you. Just to be safe, the Rhino encourages the additional use of water coolant.
I appreciate it, and hopefully this won't take too long, as Samson goes 60 feet within 6 seconds.
I just realized we probably should have done this the day before so that I'm not using a spell slot.
Well, you could just take a nap.
Okay. Well, we have
4 hours. Isn't that enough time
Yes.
for?
Yeah, but do Rangers get it back on a short rest?
No.
Then what do you
I
mean
think I do
nap?
later. At like some crazy high level that we're not at.
Yeah.
I
Well,
get like in full recovery.
then
Should I just
guess
do it?
That's
Yeah.
fully up to you.
Well, okay,
Man.
so how well can I see them when I'm 60 feet out anyway?
60 feet.
Yeah, so...
Because he's gonna have to walk about that far out. Because I assume he has to be 60 feet from us, like, long before we actually are approaching.
Yeah.
And we just gotta follow behind. Hi, Samson.
I'm definitely going to say I'm gonna say the answer is most likely, but I'm gonna check a few more math calculations quickly.
Ah, the sound of math.
Clickety clock down the track.
Me?
That's wickety whack. Don't do that.
Wiggity whack. Die.
Dying is wiggity whack.
Yeah.
Keep yourself
Samson.
magical. Die.
Heck yeah!
You like Gucci?
Yeah, just die. It's okay.
Well, stop. That's
It certainly
No.
seems like you're going to definitely be able to see them, because according to all the math I can quickly pull up, if your eyes are roughly 5 feet off the ground and you're standing on a flat surface, which is pretty much this desert, it's pretty much just flat sand, save for maybe a few dunes that are pretty sparse.
Yeah, I think we were relying on like the heat waves coming off the sand sort of obscuring vision.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. Not like, can we physically like have the ability to see that distance? Because if there's any level of obscurity, then Pass Without Trace will help. Otherwise,
Give me a second. I gotta